Welcome in to Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, the only podcast on the Marside Media Empire conglomeration experience, breaking down episode by episode, beat by beat, and sweat by sweat. Lucha Underground. We're all the way up to season 4, episode 5, and I am all the way Sean. With me is all the way James. James, how do you feel that we have the same nickname, which is all the way?
Yeah. It's kind of like All In for AEW or now the DC Universe, but get out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, Batman, I'll kick you right in the bat taint. And I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, you think Tim Drake's gonna make you so cool now? Batman,
Oh, you think because you had a child out of wedlock and you made him the new Robin, that makes you a good father? I mean, comparatively, yeah, that's pretty cool, but actually, Batman, can you be my dad?
And before anyone corrects Sean right now and says, well, technically he didn't know he was getting her pregnant because she took his seed and he was like loopy or whatever. If you have sex, you better be responsible for any outcome that could happen, all right?
100%.
Even if it is a world power that's secretive about it, trying to steal your seed that's still on you, Batman, you're supposed to be the greatest detective ever. Well, how come you didn't detect her scooping seed out of her and throwing it in a tube?
Step up, Batman. If you are having sex in the bed from the music video for Enter Sandman by Metallica, and a truck comes barreling down the highway, and you hop out of the bed, and she stays in the bed, and the truck barrels in and blows up the bed and her, that's on you. You better cover those funeral costs there, bud. And the truck's insurance premiums.
And I'll say, whoever put the bed there, it's on them.
Yeah, well,
unless this was assisted suicide and she's like, I want to go out fucking via a semi plowing into me, then we salute the man who did that honorable duty of assisted suicide. We salute you.
Thank you so much. Speaking of getting plowed, I feel like I have been plowed by yet another episode of Lucha Underground.
Now, I gotta ask, Sean, in retrospect, have the other episodes this season not been that great?
I don't think I can. Are you referring like compared to this?
Yes.
I mean, no, I stand by everything I've said.
All right.
Even all of the things I said that were proven wrong within a week.
Oh, yeah. Of you being like, that person's never coming back. No, man, they're there. They're still here.
Shut up. We'll get into it.
But the final matchup was the greatest match in all of Lucha Underground, right?
Wait, hold on.
Or at least the top 10. Cage versus Mill?
Great match.
Top 10.
I mean, it's hard because you also got to compare that to all the Ultima Luchas and shit. I'm still reeling from Ultima Lucha Traces, AR Fox versus Killshot. Like that, to me, that's still on my list. Penta versus Vampiro from season 1. That's still on my list.
That will forever be just about out of whatever top we make because
you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I kept my eyes closed.
Because you didn't. Yeah.
But I still wouldn't think it was as great as this. The crowd was electric, and that fucking reveal.
Amazing. There's a lot to get into. This was a lovely week of season 4, episode 5, Sacrificio. And we go straight to the desk. Stryker in his Lucha Underground football jersey, which I want. Hey, jersey makers, give me that jersey. He hypes up the future Ancient Aztec Medallion matches we'll see. 2 down, 5 to glow? That's right, Mark Merritt is here.
He's no longer incumbent by that little podcast thing he was doing. He can do whatever now.
And what he wants to do is professional wrestling. Mark will see you in the ring. 2 down, 5 to go, including the main event tonight, Mill versus Cage. Which is, I'm sorry to I didn't mean to diminish that. That's going to be a hot match. We'll get into it when we get into it, but it's a hot match. Vampiro points out the confused Cortez Castro in the ring. Doesn't know why he's there, but he's got his handy kendo stick and he is ready to go.
Yeah, he can beat up anyone with that kendo stick. Whoever's jumping in this ring, they're done for.
Well, you say that, but Antonio growls into the mic from the audience. I know we've talked about this before, but every week Antonio starts out hot and you're just like, this guy, this fucking camp is so good. He doesn't, because he doesn't deliver promos anymore. He just growls and says shit like, Cortez Castro. It is my understanding that is not even your real name. And James texted me 2 nights ago after watching it, being like, this crowd is hot. And you are right. Because the fact that after he's like, that's not even your real name, everybody goes, oh, like he said something. They're very on board.
Well, because they know what's going on.
Yeah, and they also know that when Antonio tells everyone, my sources say that you are a police officer, they all just boo.
Ooh, oh.
They boo aggressively, the police force.
I might have had a different audio track on.
Maybe.
I had the thin blue line edit, okay?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was the one that was just sent to Boston.
The band or the state?
Okay. Do you want to retry that?
Nope. I refuse to recognize Massachusetts.
Okay, all right. It's called Boston to you, I guess. Oh, I loved that when the entire state just poured out all that tea in that state's bay. It was fantastic.
Yep. I can't keep being so wrong on this podcast. I've been doing it for over 2 years now.
Yeah, dude, you're kind of the opposite of me on Wheel of Time recaps, which I don't know if you know this, Sean. On Sweet Child of Time, I am an absolute peach. I am a perfect boy. I make thoughtful analytics of I actually do media analysis on that instead of just making dumb, stupid jokes, to the point where Steve has been like, oh yeah, Jims, you have predicted things that happen in the book, but not in the series, or hey, you predicted stuff that will happen in the series later. And I'm like, whoa, hell yeah, dude.
This is unfair. This is just one of the many, many reasons Steve and I are so at odds. Is because that's not fair. That's bullshit.
This should be the only reason you're at odds.
I mean, the other reason is mostly for views. It's mostly for views. I'll be real. It's mostly for views.
Maybe you should be clipping those things yourself and pumping them out, because I don't think that is getting any views.
No, I am. I'm on Truth Social. Are you guys not on? You guys not on Truth Social following my clips?
Oh, and the clips that I make, I use the Boston cut for when.
Of course. Yeah. We're starting at a weird place today.
Who cares? At least we're starting.
True. Hey, that's nice. So yeah, everyone boos the cop. Antonio goes on, it is good you're here because I'd like to report a homicide. But I wouldn't call it a murder. I'd call it a sacrifice to the gods. And this has to be added in post because the temple they've gotten behind the sacrifice chant so quickly. They're like just immediately sacrifice, like very Kumite blood sport style of just, yeah, we're here to see this cop be murdered by a god. Let's fucking party.
Unless they have a Brody Stevens type there before the match starts filming saying, yes, when we say sacrifice, you start screaming it.
You know what? I'm gonna choose to believe that. I'm gonna choose to believe Brody Stevens is also the luchador locked in a cage. Spoilers for the end of the evening. And behold the monster Matanza Cueto. The first match tonight is a sacrifice to the gods. Cortez Castro versus Matanza Cueto. Matanza, recently having unlocked himself, been given the key by his father. Well, it's weird. We say Matanza. Matanza is the name of the son of Antonio Cueto, who by all accounts now is gone.
He dead.
He is dead. He has been killed by the god that is inside of him that is now just wreaking havoc.
Peter Griffin goes there and says, "Hey, I'm trying to find my old pal Matanza Cueto." And a guy goes, "I say you, he dead."
Oh, okay. Is that a Family Guy?
Yeah, when he's trying to find the
Okay.
Colonel at KFC and the guy just goes, "I say you, he dead."
I don't know how much I watched a lot of Family Guy. I don't want to pretend I did not watch a lot of Family Guy, but like so much of it is just flown out of my head at this point in my life.
I forget which co-host I said that to. I said, "Hey, what does he say?" I already forgot. I say you, he did. It must have been Jose when we were stoned on Death to Squids. I said that, and then he fucking lost it.
Wow, I get it. I'm not your favorite co-host because I don't laugh at all of your Family Guy jokes. It's fine. Go call Steve if you want a yes and Family Guy head.
Hey, Steve pays me to edit his show, okay?
Hey. Nice. Good point. I'm moving on.
You want to start paying me to edit this?
Hey, you know what? Start paying me to start paying you to edit this.
Okay, all right.
All right. So yeah, it's Cortez Castro versus Matanza Cueto. These Sacrifice to the Gods aren't really matches. They are mutilations. Matanza slides in, eats 2 overhand... Oh, what?
These aren't mutilations. These aren't matches. These are like good, cheesy, universal stunt shows. That's what it feels like.
That's fair. Which is like, you could say that about a lot of wrestling, I imagine. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't really watch this stuff. I just show up for the podcast. Matanza slides in, eats 2 overhand kendo shots before headbutting Castro. Irish whip into the ropes. Wrath of Gods. Castro is pinned in 16 seconds.
Oh, damn. If I were only still doing quick hits.
Damn. If only I don't know. I was going to say something about coming in 16 seconds, but my heart's not really in it. I got to be honest. My heart wasn't really in the premature ejaculation bit this week.
But, your heart is in premature ejaculation, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my favorite country song.
Because every woman you're with, they premature ejaculate, am I right?
Oh yeah, in that they hit the ejaculate. This sucks.
Oh yeah, they're pushing that button behind you, going, and then you're like, go, and they're like premature ejaculated, and you're like, no, you just milked me real good.
No, I was trying to think of the word evacuation. Let's not talk about my prostate. We're not even 15 minutes into the podcast where we talk about my prostate.
Hey, I'm going to be serious here. We're getting to the age that we should be talking about your prostate, all right?
Wow. The jokes are all a veil for a message, folks. All right?
Get your prostate checked. If you have a loved one, have them check it, I don't know, every day.
I don't think that's right. After the match, the lights go out once again as the Cuetos lift their hands to the heavens, and when the lights come back on, Castro is gone.
It's so funny.
It's something. I'm excited. I want this to lead somewhere real good because this is like powerful. They killed Mr. Pectacle. Mr. Pectacle is dead. You know what I mean? Like this is so powerful.
Fantastic.
Thigh-tastical. Ancient Aztec Medallion matches next. It is Joey Ryan versus Ivelisse. I think this is why I was surprised when I was watching. And because, again, James, you sent me that like, yo, this match is amazing and holy shit, this follow-up. And like, this is such a nothing start. You know what I mean? Like the Gods thing is the Sacrifice thing is cool, but like, it's just, we're kind of like not even rising action. We're just establishing what a Sacrifice means, what Matanza is doing. And then the first real match is a Joey Ryan match. And I'm just like, ay.
I will say,
it does
though,
get there.
It was still a good match.
We've said it before. It's the hard part about watching these is not that Joey's bad at wrestling. He has a very clear character. It got over in a way that like we would have if he wasn't. Reminder: Joey Ryan is a bad person.
Yeah.
IRL,
which sucks.
Super sucks. Yeah, it's listening to Michael Jackson. It's not that Michael Jackson put out bad music. It's that he was a bad person. Joey's it's a super clear character. And at the time, the average fan doesn't know that. So like he's also getting like super good reactions. Crowd tonight is super hot. And they're loving what they're seeing. It's just always, it still feels weird watching it and taking notes for a podcast.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yes.
This is my only note for this. I forgot to take notes. No notes. Great match.
Wow. Great. Perfect. Beginning of the match. It's Ivelisse. Vampiro shouts out Evie Queen, Pioneer, and the Queen of Reggaeton. Unrelated, but cool. And they come out, they start the match. Joey does some sleazy antics, overpowers Evie in these opening moments. Evie comes off the ropes, tilt-a-whirls into an octopus stretch. She tosses Joey out, but Joey kind of comes back, super kicks her, cuts her off. Evie gets her offense in all of her signatures, the rolling snapmares into the kneeling enziguris, a lot more rolling offense. She finally gets Joey down for her first 2 count. And Joey's arrogance continues, as it's often to do. Evie dumps him on the back of the head, release German suplex, fights out of a powerbomb. She gets a strike combo into a sunset flip powerbomb, covers. Evie wins the match and a third ancient Aztec medallion in 5 minutes and 38 seconds.
I loved when she kicked him over her head, like the opposite leg lifted up and just was able to kick him in the face from behind.
Yeah.
Guys, just watch. It's near the end. It looked cool. And I loved how her hair, when she is laid out and her hair like kind of splats on the ground, it looks like campy bloods like just splurted out. So it makes it look very theatrical. 2 thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. I became like Minnesotan for a second there. Oh, yeah.
You became the Minnesotan Kool-Aid Man. He does not burst through the door. He knocks, he knows he's welcome, and then lets himself in because that is the Midwest.
Very polite. The next match on the card, a 3-way Ancient Aztec Medallion match, which will be Killshot versus Son of Havoc versus the Mac.
When they said Killshot and then Son of Havoc, I was like, oh, wait, is it going to be our trios, fellas? And then Mac comes out and I'm like, yeah!
That is correct. Our trios champions meet in the ring as competitors yet again. I think this is now, out of all the times we've seen them 3 times this season. Only one of them has been for a trios match. The first time was Aztec Warfare, when they were the first 3 in the ring. And then now they're like, we've seen them fight each other more than we've seen them team.
Yeah.
Which I feel is a purposeful choice from Antonio Cueto, the new owner of the temple, and just a real scumbag. Just a guy who doesn't have friends. I don't think he knows what it means to be a good friend.
Great promoter, fantastic father, loving friend.
Well, he killed both of his sons.
Yeah, but maybe that's just what fate gave him and them.
I think the first rule of being a fantastic father is don't kill your children.
Well, being a fantastic father, the first rule is being able to stretch real good.
What? Oh, boo.
I guess I should say Father Fantastic. He's into religion now. He says, screw science. I've met the devil Mephisto. Yeah, man, I guess I should be down with the JC.
Are you excited for the new Fantastic? Unrelated. You excited for the new Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, but the movie theater near us, don't want to dox myself, I don't know if it's playing, and I'm going to be upset because I have some time Friday possibly to go see it with Nicole, because even she's excited to see it.
It looks great. Pedro Pascal, right?
I thought you were going to say Pamela Anderson. I was like, is she Invisible Girl?
You wouldn't see her if she was.
Oh,
because she's such a talented actor. She gets lost in the roles. As we get lost in this 3-way match for another Ancient Aztec medallion. Or should I say 2 Ancient Aztec medallions?
It's so stupid, this reveal. He says, oh yes, for an Ancient Aztec medallion, but could it get any better? Oh yeah, it can. Let me tell you, crowd. I hope you're all sitting down for this.
Okay.
Nothing could sweeten the pot more than 2 medallions. It's like, no, you should have thrown another person in there. Like, oh, hey, it's Matanza's night. You guys have to defeat Matanza and then defeat the other 2 as well.
So mathematically, I agree with Antonio Cueto.
Yes.
The only thing better than one ancient Aztec medallion is two ancient Aztec medallions.
How he was trying to set it up is the stupid way to set it up.
He literally says one ancient Aztec medallion is great, but what would be greater is two ancient Aztec medallions.
Yeah, I guess, like, if you're talking about party subs, what would be better than one party sub? Two party subs, yeah.
What would be better than one party sub, and one ancient Aztec medallion?
Yeah.
Now, what's even better than that? Two ancient Aztec medallions, and you can buy your own party sub.
No.
Because the company will not cover it.
You better get me two party subs and two medallions, or it doesn't work out.
Also, James, to put over the genius of this wonderful father figure, he doesn't really care who wins the ancient Aztec medallions. He's just here to destroy friendships.
Yeah.
He just wants to create the rifts because the two men, and my brain kind of stopped for a second because when he said like two ancient Aztec medallions, I'm sitting here being like, wait, that doesn't mean anything. You only need one ancient Aztec. Why would you want to win two ancient Aztec medallions? There's no benefit to that.
Yeah, but I will say the end should have been that one individual. There are two bodies laid out. He should have dragged them on top and been like, hey, you want to know what? I don't want to take sides here. I'm going to pin both of you at the same time, get both medallions, and be good.
So to clarify, the stakes at hand is one ancient Aztec medallion will go to the winner, and then one ancient Aztec medallion will go to the not loser. Whoever is not pinned or submitted, they get the second Aztec medallion.
But that one guy could have gotten both medallions.
And he could have traded the second one for a party sub.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you know who's working at the party sub store? Pizza Guy from the Aztec Warfare match. That's right. That's how we bring Pizza Guy back in. If you've been listening since the first episode of the season 4, we have not yet seen Pizza Guy.
No.
This is a Pizza Guy watch. This is what we're here for.
Yeah, and it could be not like, oh, Pizza Guy is working at a separate sub shop. No, it could be like Bellacino's, a staple in Muskegon, Michigan, that you can not only get a goddamn delicious pizza, you can also get a party sub.
I keep forgetting that, like, not everywhere is Buffalo, New York, where literally every pizza place is also a sub place. I gotta accept that. But yeah, Pizza Guy is on this match. Sure.
Sometimes my level of appreciation for other people's spouses is solely predicated on where do they work, and if it is a food place, will they give me free food? Someone, I will not say which in-law of mine, their boyfriend worked at Bellacino's, and I was like, yeah, man, we get free Bellacino's. He rocks.
I was like, this feels very specifically targeted.
Yeah.
Well, Bellacino's?
Yeah, Bellacino's.
Next time I'm in Muskegon, and by next time I mean for the first time when I go to Muskegon, I'm gonna get me a sub.
We gotta go, man.
Yeah, and I'm a sub for this little match that spanks my little tushy raw.
Which kind of the story that's going on right now is Mac is 100% on board for both of his teammates, but Killshot doesn't believe Son of Havoc has earned this spot because AR-15, what's his name?
AR Fox.
AR Fox.
I got so offended.
But that's not his name in this one, is it?
Yeah, this is his name in this one.
No, it's Dante Fox.
You're right.
There we
he's
go.
Dante Fox.
That's where I got confused. Dante Fox has left this company, and Son of Havoc was just thrusted in that during Ultima Lucha, Aztec Warfare, episode 1 of season 4. But I believe that Killshot will not show respect to Son of Havoc until Son of Havoc just completely either saves him. No, I don't even think that. I think Son of Havoc needs to undecidedly beat the shit out of Killshot for Killshot to respect him.
Yeah, I mean, the way Killshot and Fox got like finally buried their hatchet is by having this brutal ass, like a Texas death match, like first person who couldn't answer a 10 count, or
we don't know.
A brutal match, a brutal match that just like saw them go through two different tables off of an ambulance, like they went to war. And that's what they're missing here. That's what Killshot is missing from Havoc. And it also just might be, I could see part of it just being loyalty to Fox. Even if he's not a character on the show anymore, like, no, the phrase that gets that he uses throughout the match, that Killshot uses, that's not my brother. Because the match starts.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
But Killshot is just immediately like, that's not my brother. He goes towards Havoc. At some points, tries to get Mac to like, hey, let's team up against this guy. And Mac's just like, or we just wrestle. Like, Mac is trying to be very harmonious. He doesn't have a lot of history with Son of Havoc, and that's kind of the problem. Neither of them have a lot of history with Son of Havoc. But Mac is, I don't know, Mac sees a cool guy that brings pizza bagel bites to the functions. Like, Son of Havoc, by all accounts, is a very like harmonious being. Like one of the things I liked about his character progression since becoming this babyface is that he's literally, when he's not here fighting for championships, he's here fighting for his friends and making friends. The way he got involved in Masquerita Sagrada's rivalry against Famous B. The way he stood up for Angelico when Angelico came back and was fighting the Worldwide Underground. Like, Son of Havoc's just a dude trying to stand up for either his friends or the little guy or both.
Yeah. I was going to comment, and you touched on it a little bit. Everyone loves Masquerita, and that's never going to change. Everyone's always going to want an in with Masquerita, and Son of Havoc is that in. So, actually, I just realized, I think I know who this trio is going to be feuding with in a little bit.
Oof. I'm very excited to get there. But I'm also very excited for this match because it feels so intense. And it's a lot of really good wrestling. This is a tight, that three-way sort of rhythm. You're down, I'm up, they're down, he's up, he's down, I'm up. Just like every time one person falls, the next guy is ready to go. And we get some crazy dives out of the ring. And that's the thing. We also got three dudes that dive out of, I mean, every one of the companies, it's a lucha-based company. There is a lot of flying around. But oh boy, the way they are trading suicided dives and flipping sentons, and Son of Havoc at one point with the springboard moonsault taking out both of the guys. It's some gorgeous ass ring work out here.
I heard Jake Strong wanted to also be flying out and, leaping on the ground, beating the shit out of people through aerial combat, but the city of Los Angeles said, you're too close to the fault line, man. You're too giant. You're gonna cause the big one.
Especially if we're gonna let Mill. Oh, we'll get into it. I almost said, especially if we're gonna let Mill and Cage fly around the way they do. Oh boy, that main event. Killshot shifts focus back to Mac. I think after this is before the second time when Killshot's like, no, seriously, let's work against this little Son of Havoc here. This interloper. Because there is an argument to Killshot of like, he's the new guy. We get 2 Aztec medallions. Let's just do it. We'll double team him. You pin him. I'll take the second medallion. We'll go home. We'll get a giant party sub. But again, Mac is too honorable. Mac is, which is like a big part of, Mac has honor. Mac wants to earn it one way or the other. So Killshot shifts focus to Mac's right shoulder. He's dismantling that. But Havoc flies back in. That's the thing. You don't really have the time to be super tactical in a 3-way match. It's just, you kind of just have to take what you can get at that point. I also like the psychology of Vampiro. Because at one point, like as Killshot starts working over that shoulder, Striker asks Vampiro, how do you feel about this sort of, the mentality, the intelligence it takes to pinpoint a body part and slowly break it down? And I didn't write it down precisely, but it was something along the lines of, I don't like it. I think you just hit him as hard as you can with as much shit as you can. Vampiro's not here for the head games. He's here for just excessive bodily violence.
Well, he also says, I love when people get their heads knocked off. And yeah, obviously, man, you're a juggalo. Your favorite ICP song is probably Bowling Balls. But That also falls in line with what he said about like, no, man, just keep hitting them until they're down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you know what it is? It's what we were talking about last week with the Jake Strong match, where you're like, I like that. He's just like, no, I'm going to kick him when he's down. He's going to hit him more instead of going for those pins. That's the Vampiro method of like, yeah, you could take all this time to wear them down and like pick your spots, or you could just kick him in the head a bunch. And so we get the second time, Killshot keeps Mac out of the ring by super kicking him off the apron, then slaps around Havoc, telling him, you're not my brother, you're nobody. Really just hammering down that point. I don't know this dude. Like, I don't trust you. Which is, yeah, I don't know. I feel, God, I don't hate anyone in this match. Like, even though Killshot's being kind of a rapscallion about all this, like, it makes sense. Like, I understand why you struggle. It took so much for you and Fox to trust each other, and you had literally just gotten to a good point. Mm-hmm. Like, we had literally not even a full episode of them being friends before that was ripped away from Killshot.
Yeah.
Like, it hurt. I just want to hug this man and tell him it's going to be okay, but he wouldn't trust me to let me touch him. And that's the problem.
You could think of Nicole and I like Killshot, and Pete like the Mac, and you are Son of Havoc when he brought you onto Mostly Love and Lucha.
Wow.
We were like, wait, Pete, let's just gang up on this dude and kick this shit out of him. That's what we were saying in the kitchen, like at a hushed whisper.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
This is how I find out?
Yeah, we were like, oh, he loves wrestling so much. How about we wrestle him into a freaking bag and then throw him off the bridge like a Dave Matthews Band?
Okay.
Just a pile of shit fall into the river.
I thought you were going to go with like how the ancient Spartans used to, I think it was the Spartans used to put you in a bag with a snake and a dog, and they would throw all that in the river. But no, you went with a Dave Matthews bus shitter.
Uh-huh.
All right.
We'll throw you off the Hollywood sign like Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my God. How about I throw you into a German suplex? The way Killshot puts a clever little German suplex onto the Mac, fires up Big Larry to Havoc, who fires up and double stomps everyone.
That's when he was like, he did a turtle hop?
The double turbo stomp? I need to learn how to speak. Yeah, the double turtle stomp.
It was so cool. He's like, Mario! He should have been Mario in the goddamn movie.
I have been saying this for weeks and years, honestly, since I moved to Chicago, but you were too busy shit-talking me to Pete Bird in the kitchen, apparently.
Uh-huh. It would have been...
You son of a bitch.
Hey guys, it's me, Mario.
You would still use the voice changer?
Voice than Chris Pratt.
The obvious voice changer that Son of Havoc uses in this show.
Uh-huh.
Havoc climbs to the top rope. I like it. Havoc climbs to the top rope, hits the double stomp, then like clears Killshot with a rebound cutter. Sorry, I have a lot. I wrote a lot of this match. There's a lot happening in this match. It's all real good. Mac ends up backing Havoc into the corner, puts him onto the top rope for a superplex, but Havoc fights the Mac off, who crashes to the mat. Now, Havoc on the top rope, opponent on the ground, looking for that signature finisher, the shooting star press. However, Killshot gets back on the apron, grabs Havoc right by the beard, pulls him onto his shoulder, Death Valley driver onto the apron. No rest though, no time outside. Immediately rolls him back into the ring, climbs to the top rope, Killshot that is. Double stomp, the finisher, he still uses that finisher. Devastating maneuver. Killshot lands the double stomp onto Havoc, but pops right back up into Mac's stunner. Mac hits the stunner, and now there's a moment of hesitation.
Who do I pin?
Both men have just eaten a finishing maneuver. Who do you pin? And Mac kind of like, you cover the guy though? Like, and that's a sound strategy. You cover the guy that was hit by your finisher. Mm-hmm. Like there's more honor in that.
Yeah.
And also the strategy and the guy who got hit by the finisher most recently.
Yeah.
So he ends up covering Killshot to win the medallion for himself and Son of Havoc, the guy who was not pinned or submitted, in 9 minutes and 26 seconds.
Luckily, after getting that stunner, Killshot has some clarity and is like, oh, you want to know what? That does make sense. Yeah, I was wrong to to challenge your opinion, the Mac. We are a team. And you want to know what? We are a team, Son of Havoc. They shook hands. They said, we're coming for you. All the trios. No one will beat us.
James, I'm so sorry, but to tell you once again, that was the Boston edit.
That
is not what happened.
It's real weird that the Boston edit was so like inclusive towards different races. Wow.
Yeah, that was very confusing of Boston.
Yeah.
That was.
I must have gotten the Seattle cut on that. Am I right? Those damn liberals up there.
Kurt Cobain. That's all.
Okay. I'm going to put in like a 5-second long just silence there.
I was thinking, how long do I want to make this pause? I don't disagree with Killshot, though. Like, also, he was not, we talked before, he came into the company with the Mac, but as hired guns. Well, no, I'm sorry, the Mac was cousins to Big Rick. Killshot, though, I think was just a hired gun. Like, Killshot didn't have any familial or friendly relations to Big Rick and the Mac. He was a hired gun for their trio. So there's like the reason they got together was as a last minute sort of a Cueto unique opportunity.
Yeah.
So like the person he did have a relationship, the only person he's had a history dating back before the temple in kayfabe and character is Fox. Like, so yeah, he's hurt. I respect Killshot's decisions. And again, he's not right. So obviously he's not happy about this decision. Referee gives Mac and Havoc their medallions. They both go to help Killshot back up, shoves Havoc away before telling off Mac, slapping down Mac's medallion and leaving alone as Havoc raises a torn Mac's hand. Mac is not thrilled about this either. But yeah, like I understand that what Killshot is doing is a self-sabotage. He's destroying the few friendships he has. Or I should say friendship, because he's destroying the few friendship in Mac that he has, and he's not giving Son of Havoc even a chance to become close to him.
I will say, you mentioned that he only had a relationship predating the temple with Dante Fox, but he technically had one with Matanza now because, like Killshot's real religious.
Oh, right. Wait, is he religious?
I don't know, but God is God, and God is love.
God is God. God is love. I'm rooting, I want more than anything. I think this one of the reasons I'm so excited about this story is I really do want to see them come back together. I want to see Killshot. And I don't know, I would be disappointed, but not from a storytelling perspective, just as a fan, if Killshot doesn't get this redemption and instead just goes further down. It could still be satisfying, and as a fan of the storytelling, I'd be like, fuck yeah, this is really sad in a really good way. But yeah, it makes sense. And I understand where Killshot is coming from. And I just I'm a little heartbroken about it.
I think what's going to happen, or what I could see happening and kind of hope happens, is we won't fully explain it, but my guess is this trio's team will be going up against the White Rabbit tribe. And I think Killshot, when he sees Son of Havoc fighting so hard for a friend of his that he lost, or maybe that really didn't happen and it's that one person's going to be fine, who knows? But if he's not, if this wasn't just a hallucination they were having when doing that one act of murder, I think Killshot will see oh, wait, no, Son of Havoc is honorable. He is what I need in a fellow teammate and warrior at arms. And I think they're going to team up and be no, we need to take these fuckers out. I see the valor in doing it, and let's do it, Son of Havoc and the Mac.
Yeah, it's hard because he's not wrong, but he's also not looking inward. That's the thing is you're not wrong to not, this is the wrestling business, baby. Don't trust anybody. That's what we learned from old Stone Cold.
And this is the wrestling business. So of course, Stryker at this end goes, now I see disrespecting your partner, but disrespecting the medallions by throwing them down? Killshot, what are you doing? Only in wrestling would you get someone saying that.
Yeah, shut up, Stryker. I'm so heartbroken. I'm surprised by how much this is affecting me. But yeah, You're not wrong, but that doesn't make you right. I think is sort of the part of the journey Killshot needs to go on. Part of the journey we need to go on, though, is to this main event. A third Ancient Aztec Medallion match of the night. This will be the 5th of Season 4. Mil Muertes with Katrina. So, in this week's weekly recap of Sean apologizes for being wrong last week, Katrina is back. Versus Cage, which will be a first one-on-one meeting between these two larger-than-life beings as the bell rings and the standing strike exchange begins.
It's ridiculous that they made us wait this long to get these just two true titans of the industry punching each other hard.
Oh gosh, yeah. And they immediately pay it off of like, there's a reason we kept y'all waiting for this, because this is gonna like shatter realms. This is gonna be an earthquake level of just pure hoss madness. Just the biggest dudes you've seen hitting each other as hard as you've ever seen. It's great.
So much so that Stryker just keeps saying like, Cage is better at the high flying, the agility, but Mil just is a tank and he'll take you down. Who's better? And Vampiro just goes, who cares? This match fucking rules.
It so does. And they do such a good job of answering back and forth. Like, really, it made me appreciate Mil in a way. I appreciated Mil. I appreciate Judas Messias. I did not realize how much I did until I saw this match. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is... Because I'm more familiar with Cage and I know I'm a big Cage fan. I did not realize how much of a Mil fan I was. It's so fucking good.
I thought we've been a huge Mil fan this entire time.
I haven't been a Mil fan. I'll admit, I haven't been the biggest.
Okay, I guess I've been the biggest one, but Sean, who do you think wrote this match?
Like, you mean who sort of was calling it? Or
who's calling it? Who kind of came up with the conceit of this match?
I feel like it was Mil. I think that's one of the reasons I'm saying it.
Once we get to a specific area of this match, I will say who I think came up with this entire idea.
Chavo Guerrero.
We're not to the part.
Yeah, I know, but we haven't said Chavo yet, and I got nervous. All right, I'll hold off. Wait, was I right?
No.
Oh, damn. I enjoy the build of the match as well. They're knocking each other ahead, but they can't get either man down. Cage drops to his knees first after a running elbow strike, but is the first to put Mil on his back with a clothesline. However, Mil pops back up immediately and puts Cage down with a clothesline of his own. Cage comes off the ropes, hits a Hurricane Rana, and that's when Stryker is sort of saying like, yeah, but the thing is, Cage can fly. Mil can't fly like that. And just as Stryker is saying that, Mil hits a Hurricane Rana of his own.
Yeah, I loved that.
That was beautiful. And the fight spills outside. And again, they're just so evenly matched. Every slam into the barricade by one is met by another by his opponent. Until Cage grips a handful of the back of Katrina's hair, which prompts Mil to just unload a few stiff right hands into the machine's skull. Mil shoots Cage back into the ring, gets blocked trying to put Cage's head into the turnbuckle, and is brought back in by Cage with that signature deadlift superplex. Both in the ring now, Cage leapfrogs over Mil's spear, which finds purchase in the referee.
No.
Referee's knocked out. He cannot count Cage's pinfall after Cage levels Mil with a discus lariat.
The crowd is so electric, and they are like, oh, well, we need to count. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, who's that?
Second referee, Justin Borden, comes to the ring, he gets up to 2 before Mil kicks out, which is, I think it's after the crowd got to 8 or something like that.
I think this would have been 7.
7, okay. But yeah, kicks out. Cage, in a moment of rage, takes off Justin's head before Mil hits the flatliner, pins, but again, no referee in sight. But wait, who's that? Third referee, Rick Knox, comes in, counts another 2. Cage kicks out. And the look on Rick Knox's face as he looks Mil in the eyes and he immediately recognizes the look. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna die now, aren't I? And yeah, Mill takes him by the neck, spiral chokeslam, deprives this match of all referees. There are no referees. The referees are gone.
So, Sean, who do you think wrote this match?
Like I thought it was called by Mill.
Obviously, it's the referees. They're like, yeah, man, I really want Mill to take me out. No, man, I want Cage to take me out. Hey, you want to know what? Can you guys do a match and just take us out with pretty much your finishers? All right.
Yeah, because if there's one thing I know about referees, they love getting hit in the head as hard as they can.
Wasn't Justin, he was telling us like, yeah, man, it's cool when we like are a part of it and we get knocked out. I think this would be a dream come true, especially after we are some of the bestest of friends for 4 years now working on this show. And yeah, man, our two of the best are going to lay us out. Hell yeah.
You know, honestly, I was joking about it. And because it's such a smart way of like really putting over how powerful these two are so powerful that when they clash, everyone is destroyed. This feels like a Chavo match. This feels like a Chavo produced match.
Well, obviously he produced it, but I would like any confirmation that is like, no, the referees had been toying with this for 2 years, just demanding it. And we finally gave all referees just total party knockout.
And when somebody calls in and they say, nope, Sean was right. This was all Chavo. James, you're gonna have to get on your knees and say, oh, Sean, you're so right. Thank you so much. You never have to pay for an edit for this show again. And by again, I mean the first time.
But Sean.
Yes, James.
After the last few weeks, I don't think it's really in your favor of how your predictions have been unfolding.
Katrina's never coming back to the temple. All the referees are dead. This match has devolved into chaos. Cage fights out of a fireman's carry, sends Bill into the turnbuckle. Woo. Before driving him inside out. I forget what that is. I think that's a drill. That's not the drill claw. But that's sort of like inverted X Factor where it's just a fucking gnarly ass pile driver.
It's called the mill claw.
No, wait, no, Cage is doing it.
Yeah, but it's a claw made of mill. It's the mill claw.
Oh, okay. All right. Mill slides out, tries to create some distance. Cage pursues with a flipping senton out of the ring. He's a damn flying machine. My shoe. Outside, that's a very specific reference for a few of us.
We've talked about it before. Listen to an old episode.
Please do. Or also watch that Birthday Boy sketch. Outside the ring, Mill escapes a fireman's carry to clothesline Cage before pulling out a steel chair.
Oh, shit.
But Mill makes a mistake. He takes a moment, giving Cage enough time to recover and super kick the steel into Mill's head. Body slam outside of the ring puts Mill down as Cage clears some of the front row, takes a chair. He's gonna fly again. He's gonna fly with a chair. It's all over. But one temple believer doesn't move too much. Behind Cage's back, somebody takes off their mask to reveal another mask. A mask we're all super familiar with. It is the Lucha Underground champion. The man jumped by Cage, but a few weeks ago, Pentagon Dark.
This ruled. It was so good. Out of nowhere, you just see, Nicole's in the background, guys. You just see
Hi, Nicole.
A man, I had to rewind it like, wait, where did Pentagon come from?
Yes.
Because even the people around them, he is in the bleachers cage, and then this man just like steps up as everyone else is, but is kind of focused. And people behind Cage are like, being like, yeah, but not noticing that Pentagon is revealing himself until one person on like the side, like at a 90-degree angle, looking at them is like, holy shit, the other side of the arena notices, but everyone behind Penta does not notice yet until Pentagon takes off his jacket as well, and then he does Zero Miro. Yeah, I said it wrong. And then
great.
Cage turns around and just gets super kicked. It fucking rocked.
That moment of like, and because there is like a slow recognition, but there is a recognition, and everyone's like cheering for Penta, and Cage not turning around, like just like, because wow, everyone's really cheering for me.
Yeah.
The people love me. And it's like, there's a man behind you who's going to kill you, Cage. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful moment. But yeah, Penta super kicks Cage, takes the chair, bounces it off of the machine's skull, sends him into the ring just as Mill recovers to join him.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the ring, Mill with the spear and the flatliner puts Cage's shoulders on the mat as a finally recovered first referee, Marty Elias, counts the 1, 2, 3 in 7 minutes, 18 seconds. Mill wins the 5th Aztec medallion tonight.
Whoa!
After the match, Mill takes the medallion and motions to the body of the machine towards Katrina. You know, lick of death time. That's just what we do, right? I, Mil Muertes, kill a man, and then Katrina, you give him the lick of death. And that gives you whatever power you need to continue living for another couple of years. Katrina, though, shakes her head no. And we didn't get into this. Katrina comes out wearing the red dress, which we talked last week when she kissed the body of Phoenix and she officially stole his life force. Her black dress became red. And it's funny. They don't, like, commentary sort of puts it over. Stryker says something like, wow, yeah, she looks different. I don't know, something about that red, I guess. You know, normally we see her in black, the color of death, but now it's this color of power. And I love how Vampiro says it. Like it's very horny, but it's very clever. The way he's sort of like, yeah, I don't know how to really say it, man. It's just like, she just looks so alive or something. Va va boom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, that's a clever way of saying that, like, no, she looks like, no, she is alive though for the first time. Which means she doesn't, I don't know if she doesn't need to do lick of deaths anymore.
Or
yeah,
even if she did do it, she wouldn't get anything out of him.
Yeah, she's just licking a dude at this point.
Well, no soul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she did do the lick of death, it would just be a lick. Like, she's just licking dudes. Which,
no,
like, isn't that...
He's not a man, he's a machine.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, so it's cool when
shit.
Cuerno brings it up. Not Cuerno. Wait, King Cuerno. Yeah, Cuerno brings it up.
Yeah, but I'm trying to establish the lore of her character growth, that she would not get anything out of licking people anymore. I think you're right. I can't, like, establish the lore before you go into your silly little... This is not a comedy. This is a serious journalistic report on a wrestling show from over 4 years ago. I'm sorry, 7 years ago.
I will be truly saddened if next week you're like, yeah, she's still licking people, but he's a machine, so it wouldn't have done anything.
I would cry. I would break down. So yeah, Katrina declines licking him. She just like shakes. She says she straight up says no, and this divide that we've been seeing, you know, for a while continues to grow. This divide between Mill and Katrina. She like actually, yeah, cause she shakes her head, gets down off the apron as like Mill sort of like kind of like tries to get in her face. And the way she licks her fingers and then points to Mill. I'm like, oh shit, maybe she might have one lick of death left for the man of 1,000 deaths.
She's like, hey, that's my loved one. He's of a certain age.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
She's got to start milking it.
Okay. That's all right.
She licked it in a way that's like, oh yeah, I know a death that I got to lick. 1,000 of them. And then, match is over. Nothing else happens.
Pentagon takes the mic.
Whoa.
I know. Addresses Cage still in the ring. Oh, and Mill leaves sweaty, confused, and angry, but with his ticket to the Gift of the Gods title match, leaving just Cage alone in the ring and Penta with the microphone from the bleachers. He says, don't be sad because you didn't win that medallion. Don't worry. Next week, you and I will battle for the Lucha Underground title. But I'll tell you right now, just like what happened in Aztec Warfare, at the end of the night, I'll come out with the title in my hands. And you, my friend, and I love this, like all of Penta's promos, this has been in Spanish, but the way he repeats mi amigo in English, like he says mi amigo, my friend. In just the shittiest way of twisting this sarcasm knife to call this guy a jerk. He says, my friend, you will come out with your arm broken into little pieces. Because I am Pentagon Dark. Cero miedo.
which I love this because unlike other champions that we've seen, none of them are dealing out title championship. I guess I got to leave all championship title matches. That's what I should have said, or just title matches.
I think you were trying to say title shots, but you just kept using an I instead of an O.
Yeah, it could be that. But he is the one saying like, no, yeah, you want this match? I'm giving it to you. You don't have to go to Antonio or Dario, who's, just like a pile of mush now. I am going to give you this.
Yeah, it's the nice thing about having like a fight. Yeah, I think this is the first fighting champion we've had. Like, because all of our babyface champions have been it for like, again, a day, Phoenix and Sexy. Or it's been Prince Puma, who was, he's champion almost the entire season of season 1. But he's being managed by Conan, who is not really letting him be a fighting champion. He's not even letting him speak for himself. So yeah, this is like our first fighting champion in Lucha Underground, and he is a fucking fighter. It's Pentagon, baby. He is like, he's coming out to your matches wearing a mask under another mask and hitting you in the head with a chair. Don't fuck with this guy.
He doesn't need to do that. That would be like if a CEO was like, working the factory jobs.
Yeah, like he's great. It is really nice to see. And because we were at the end of last season, we were talking about like, good guy champions versus bad guy champions, and sort of like, what are we going to see at the end here? Something I didn't consider is a fighting champion it's a really good thing to see.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see a champion come out, handle their business, and tell you, you know what? Yeah, you wanted a championship match? Don't go to Antonio. Don't go to the dirt sheets. Come to me, and I'll kick your ass right here, right now.
Hell yeah. So we've gotten this amazing match, and I was like, oh yeah, the episode's ending, title credits, but no. After this fantastic episode, we get this.
So a little behind the scenes, the way I break down my notes, I do it usually because they have so many different sets. It'll be like, a match and then all my notes about the match. Or if it was a backstage segment, the bathroom and all my notes that happened in that bathroom. Dario's office. Yeah. My location title for this one is, what the fuck is this room? As it is a black and white checkerboard designs that twist and turn around tiny pink furniture and warped pink window frames with an ovular door or black hole. Like, we don't know it's a door quite yet, in the center of this room. And this is how the Rabbit Tribe hang out. Paul is on one tiny couch, Mala Suerte is on another, and Saltador is sitting on Mala's lap. Paul jovially remarks on the tiny furniture being so tiny, as Saltador speaks for the first time in a transatlantic accent to say, well, he finds it to be quite comfortable. I just love nothing has happened and everything has happened.
It rocked.
It's so good. I'm not over the design. Actually, before we get too deep on it, I love this design. It has this sort of forced perspective of like, that one hallway in Willy Wonka that gets smaller towards the end.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
Well, because this is the rabbit hole. Like, they are going down the rabbit hole to Wonderland.
Yeah, or I guess this is the entrance to the rabbit hole. Because Masquerita Sagrada, who last seen, as a little quick reminder, this is the end of Ultima Lucha Tres, finally accepted the Rabbit Tribe as followers. Or I think he said, like, I'm not the White Rabbit, but I know who he is. So he appears in the door, comes into the room, which, like, okay, this makes more sense. At first I was like, is this his house when he's not crashing with Son of Havoc in his mom's basement? Which, like, also could be the case. We don't know where Masquerita Sagrada sleeps when he's not crashing with Son of Havoc in his mom's basement.
No, I think he has a normal house.
Okay, everything that happens here and all of the weird shit that's going on in the temple, nothing is real. Nothing, you don't know where these people sleep. Who knows? Or maybe that'd be so weird if he's like, yeah, I have ties to the supernatural and I know where to find the magical white rabbit hole. But yeah, I just got a place off La Cienega.
Yeah, why not?
I just got like a nice little 1-bedroom, but like I'm also deeply connected to this weird mystical realm. He says Masquerita Sagrada tells the rabbit tribe that the white rabbit will see you now, which gets these silly boys real excited, and they leave the room. They're like, yeah, let's go. Also, because Mala Suerte and Saltador wearing masks, obviously, so all of the facial selling needs to be done by Paul, and he's got some great facials in this entire sequence. He's just so excited that I get excited. The room then spiral fades out, and then spiral fades back in as they leave and enter a spinning black and white void led by Masquerita Sagrada. As they reach their destination, the lights come on, and a man in checkered pants with a checkered vest and a beautiful blazer, sunglasses, sits on a throne of vines next to a cage of vines holding an unknown luchador. He's also holding a gnarled vine staff. Like everywhere in this room, this black room, are just these vines, very gnarled, going each way in that.
Like as if you're down in a rabbit hole.
Much like you're going down a rabbit hole. Indeed. The rabbit tribe kneel as the white rabbit asks what they want of him. Paul speaks, "Your guidance, O great one." Well, sure, but in exchange, what could they possibly offer him? Anything you wish. The white rabbit, who is being portrayed by Karrion Kross, to people who are modern day wrestling fans. White Rabbit says, "Very well. Kill the man who brought you to me." To which Masquerita Sagrada, who is still in front of the rabbit tribe, just has his arms folded like a king. Mm-hmm. Like Masquerita's just refusal doesn't even turn around, doesn't react. He's just like, yes, indeed. He's such a fucking king about all this shit. The white rabbit releases his gnarled staff, which is caught by Saltador. When Paul shows hesitancy, the white rabbit snaps. He screams, "Tick-tock, Mr. London. Time is so very fleeting. Kill him." And Paul takes the staff, regretfully raises it above his head. And he's still standing behind Masquerita, who's now in his superhero pose. He's got his hands on his hips. He looks very proud of himself.
Which makes me think this isn't actually Masquerita.
Or it makes me think that this is planned. It makes me think that this is real, but that there's something supernatural happening.
Okay.
Masquerita might be immortal. We don't know. Because Paul does bring down the gnarled staff onto the head of Masquerita, splattering himself with blood.
A comedic amount of blood.
Well, and the thing that makes it so it's very campy in general, but like the thing that makes it so comedic but also off-putting, the soundtrack does not match, like purposefully so. It took me a while. I compared to it reminds me of a Danny Elfman soundtrack. Like Danny Elfman, like obviously did the score for like Nightmare Before Christmas, but like that could be a very joyous soundtrack. Also did the score for The Simpsons theme song. Like it reminds me of that, of like, this is unsettlingly happy, especially as we're seeing Paul London bring that staff down over and over and just more blood splattering his face. Like comedic if you have that inclination for like campy violence. If you're not, this is kind of horrific.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is fucked up.
Especially how much Paul London is enjoying it.
It takes him a while because, again, at first it's regretful and there is hesitancy. But as he brings it down again and again, he gets more and more into it. And that initial joy, the joy of like, yeah, let's go do it. Let's like that initial joy when they first are told they're about to meet the white rabbit, that comes back tenfold as more and more blood starts to cover now the entire rabbit tribe. And Paul, now again, slathered in this blood, smiles as the white rabbit praises him, says, "Bravo, Mr. London, bravo. Now that was very entertaining. And now we shall see how far you are really willing to go." As the caged luchador laughs, we get one final shot of the rabbit tribe covered in blood, smiling at their new purpose. If I was wrong about every prediction except that the rabbit tribe are gonna do some dope shit, I'm okay with that. Like these are,
Well, I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't consider murder being dope.
Wait, yeah, you would.
Yeah, I know. I was being like many adults that I grew up with.
Them some dorks. Wrestling is cool, and this is such it's gonna be so hard to go to other wrestling shows that don't have this level of just cool supernatural bullshit. Like sometimes it gets real campy in like a silly, cheap sort of way. And then sometimes it gets real campy in this like, this is just good horror kind of way. I'm obsessed with this. I'm so happy. When you first sent me that message of like, oh man, shit's gonna get real good. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Miller versus Cage, of course. And then I see that weird twisting black and white room. And I'm like, yo, let's fucking go.
And let's fucking go to plug, Sean.
Hi, my name is Sean. You can find me on social medias at Sean Marciniak. And make sure you're following Shakespeare Blood Oath. We go up in middle of September. We are doing Macbeth, and we're a lot of fun in the Chicago area. We're at your parks. We're in a couple theaters. Follow us on the socials. That is Shakespeare Blood Oath.
Yeah, and hey guys, listen to my other podcasts such as Magical Meatball Girls, Death to Squids, and This Movie's Gay. Wherever you're listening to this, you can listen to those and head over to patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. This Friday, I think, is Citizens of Townsville Z. I hope. Need to find a guest. Hey, Sean, if you're available Wednesday, let me know. But $10 patrons get all of that, plus monthly bonus exclusive content in the form of straight to Patreon. I think should be... What's that one thing? SLC Punk gonna be real sad. And you get shout outs on every single free feed podcast as a $10 patron. So let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua, Jake, Steve Barnes, a sweet child of time, and Intro Void, my mother, Lil Corey's BFF and now former roommate, Shane. From twitch.tv/CoreWinning, it's the co-host of This Movie's Gay, Corwin. From the Rom Complex, as well as Formulaic, a podcast and script writing, it's twitch.tv/R2Shelby2. And from Speed Radio, a podcast in all things Sonic the Hedgehog, it's Tay, a.k.a. Zinny D, and I've been James.
And I've been Sean, and this has been Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling. Purple Prancer forever, be like Bob.
Toodaloos. Oh, hey,